Headlines are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that in your reactions you have the facts and the details. This morning we're going to go through The Guardian, The Nation, Punch, Daily Trust, and This Day. Let's get started with The Guardian. Heroes of school sports. How Nigeria can leverage tertiary institutions' untapped talents. Junta-led Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger to unveil common passport. Inflation, 13 million more Nigerians at risk of falling below poverty line in 2025, according to a report. Ondo government diffuses tensions as cows allegedly destroy 265 million naira crops. Trump's tariffs, new trade barriers unsettle world leaders, agencies. Over 20 killed as bandits, Boko Haram faction clash. Inflation. Debt burden may hinder Nigeria's economic recovery, LCCI warns. Federal government disburses 116.18 billion naira student loans, approves 4 billion naira for vulnerable households. Fuel tanker explosions, why federal government should mandate life insurance for victims. And that's it on The Guardian. Moving on now to The Nation. FAC disburses local government's January allocation to states. Jakba, only 6,000 medical consultants remain, says MDCAN. Lagos Speaker, GAC members meet President. Court proscribes Lakurawa sect, declares group terror organization. Uba, why we have not failed Anambra South senatorial seat by INEC. Federal government won't compromise troops' welfare. And that's it on The Nation. Moving on now to The Punch. Telecom's tariff hike. Subscribers meet NCC today as Labour mobilizes for showdown. Tinubu opens Abuja barracks, promises better soldiers' welfare. Police post 10,000 constables, plan 30,000 annual recruitment. Opposition cautions against diversion of 4 billion naira household bailout. Forced retirement. Falana urges Tinubu to reinstate 20 generals, 18 others. Marketers seek 21 depot repairs as NNPCL spends 478 billion naira on private facilities. OAU student's murder. Appeal court affirms Oshun hotelier's death sentence. How we rescued ex-AIG's wife, killed abductors. Police. Oyebanji kicks against Sharia court in Ekiti, cautions opposition. Amusan bailed for season opener in Jamaica. And that's it on The Punch. Let's move on now to This Day. Wale Edun, why Nigeria does not need IMF loans. And the writers right here, admits inflation cost of living still high. Minister backs 50% telecom tariff increase. Says businesses lining up to invest in Nigeria. Federal government rehabilitating grazing reserves to silence the guns. Shatima at World Economic Forum in Davos. Nigeria will lead Africa's growth with education, innovation in agric. Nigeria still far from solving electricity challenges, declares NLC Chair Joe Ajero. Military airstrikes destroy bandits' covert enclaves in Alawa Forest. Engage Ogoni communities in divestment, oil extraction, stakeholders tell Tinubu. Budget defense. Nel Fund has disbursed 116.184 billion naira student loan so far, says MD. That's it for this day. Let's move on now to Daily Trust. And it's got this major headline on the front page. At Daily Trust Dialogue, how Nigeria can solve food insecurity. Rajas right here says business as usual fueling shortages, according to Nzamujo. Farmers need more government support, Mira Meta. We have 15 food insecurity or food security related bill spending, Speaker. Nigerians must produce at least 1/3 of their consumption needs, Minister. Street foods becoming unaffordable for many citizens, Kabiru A. Yusuf, and we must address threat factors, Afan. Federal government spends 9 billion naira on Shiroro Mando Kaduna power line. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger to launch common passport. Court proscribes La Kurawa sect, declares it terrorist organization. Former FCT Minister Jeremiah Hussaini dies at 81. NSCRA explains support for Quran Festival. Tinubu others to attend event. Prospective core member dies en route to Ebonyi NYSC camp. We are tired of saying Nigeria has potentials, Minister. Food security. Chinese responsible for 95% of tomato paste in Nigeria. And that's a good place to leave it on the Daily Trust. Time to get to your reactions right now. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms to catch the show live and be a part of the conversation. Once you get through on the phone line, move away from your device, give your name, your location, and kindly go straight to sharing your thoughts. You would have 60 seconds, so it'd be great if you're able to make good use of the time allotted to you. 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869, and 08099 930-137. Those are the numbers to call this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dickens Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
I'm Joseph from Mararaba, Nasarawa State.
Welcome, Joseph.
Okay, I'm interested in the issue of grazing route. The federal government is going to revitalize grazing route to shut the gun.
Yes.
I think we are not taking things right. Why are we so bent on issue of grazing route? Where is the land that they are going to put aside for grazing route? We need to be very careful. Why is one particular people? This is a business. Ranching is the best for any cattle rearing in the world. It's the truth. So we need to be very careful. Where are the land for grazing route in this part of the world? 21st century. It should be innovative. Our leaders should think before they do certain things. You should not do it to please some certain people. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's get to you. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Dickens Itodo.
Welcome.
Yes, I remember Mustafa Bakar Ali, Kid and Ali Babang Ali. I'm calling from PW Kubo this morning.
Go ahead.
isn't it a contradiction of oneself? The Minister of Finance and the coordinating Minister of the Economy is talking about inflation when he knows is the removal of fuel subsidy and the high cost of energy that has resulted in the hyperinflation we are passing through. Is he now trying to tell us that the cost of ICT data and calls that has been raised to 50% will not also cause additional inflation? Why are we like this? I have maintained this, Itodo. Do you have to be an economist before you understand that the cost of production, the cost of energy will surely affect the cost of commodity and services? Do you need any rocket science? Do you have to go to any school before you understand this? What is difficult to understand here? Come on. They should stop talking and contradicting themselves. Let energy costs come down and see if inflation will not follow suit.
All right.
Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning, Itodo.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
I greet the last caller, thank Ali Babang Ali Guazama, I greet you, and I greet the listeners and callers of this great radio station. I want to say, in fact, I'm very happy to hear that Boko Haram have been fighting themselves and about 20 of them killed. That's how they will end up like that, by killing themselves. Then Sharia law in ATP. You know, it can't happen in the Southwest, though. They are wise. They won't allow anything to understand them to cause confusion between them. Thank you for giving me the privilege once again, Nagudi.
Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely brother from northern part of Nigeria, Mr. Itodo.
Good morning. Welcome, sir.
Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday.
And family.
Thank you.
I greet you, Mr. Salasi and Madam Ada and Mary. I'm working from Canada. This is a lovely brother from North Central, living in Kuba, Federal Housing, Mala Aruna. Honestly, there's a reason that's why the United by election in Anambra South, Central District. We don't know since last year now. We have even 9 seats of House of Rep members went die. They're up to now, and they cannot fix their debt to do by election. And the 2 senators, why, Mr. Mahmoud Yakubu? Those people, they need representatives to represent themselves to represent themselves in the National Assembly. And they live for more than 9 months now. Even last 2 weeks ago, 1 member died from Ogun State. And this seat now, I never said it's getting to 5 months now. And the Jigawa, Kaduna, Oyo, and another part of the Nigerians. So we have begged Mahmoud Yakubu, he should do by election and fix our country so that they can bring their people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Jacob.
Welcome, Jacob. Go ahead, please.
I just want to comment on this issue of grazing road.
Jacob, before you go on, move away from your listening device. I can get the feedback and it's distracting.
I'm far from it. Probably it's very sensitive this morning. I'm not close to it at all.
Let's try this. Go ahead.
It's all right. So what I'm trying to comment on is on this issue of grazing road. Like one of the last callers said, we don't even have land for the grazing road now. But what we should understand to these people...
Jacob, the feedback is a bit distracting. Please, once you get through on the phone line, move away from your device so we can have a clear conversation. But let's see what you're saying on the live feed on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms right now to watch live and be a part of the conversation. And looking at YouTube, we have Fabian Wokocha who says, will more Nigerians become poor? This is becoming alarming. The president should do something drastic before the people take to the streets to protest again. And this time it will result in vandalizing. Wolfgang Jr. watching from the Guinea Embassy. God bless you is what you say. God bless you too. Peter Tex says, may the soul of Professor Jerry Usaini rest in peace. Leaders should know that nothing lasts forever. One day you'll retire. Nyama Gigi Sherry, watching live, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Says, rest in peace to Jerry Usaini. Let's go on to Facebook and check out some of your comments at this time. But first, good morning, Aleke Modestus, as well as Idoko Emmanuel and Jibrin Garba Shafa, who's watching from Maiduguri in Borno State. Oluwalaide says government should improve the troops' welfare. It's very necessary to increase their morale. God bless Nigeria. And Okwandu Obina says, with the high rate of inflation in Nigeria and the tendency of many Nigerians going into extreme poverty, there is no remorse from those in government and no plan to make the economy better. Only empty promises, celebration of the woes of Nigerians, and the president naming barracks after himself. This is not acceptable and a show of failed leadership. The president should think twice, as Nigerians did not elect him to bring sorrow, pain, and poverty. Moazo John Lasisi in Jigobwari. Many more Nigerians to fall below poverty line. What do you expect? It's as if we are in big trouble now. Things are getting worse day by day. A lot of bills waiting to be paid and no source of income. Which way, Nigeria? Lord, we are waiting on you, is what he said. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Jacob calling back.
Welcome, Jacob. Go ahead.
This issue of grazing road, as one of the callers said, there is no land over the country like that a place will be assigned to grazing road. If they do that in the past, that time the population of the country is not like that. That is why it is possible. But the way it is now, it's not possible. But I would advise that these people, they are Nigerians and they are really doing good work for the economy of this country by providing us with protein food. And I feel that we should still find a way of accommodating them. The north here is they have a very large land that I can say that part of it are not even in use. This livestock ministry that have just been created, or I don't know how we call it.
The livestock ministry.
They can ask the federal government, the person in charge, you can fashion in such a way that a large piece of land to be located in all the states of the north here that have a large land, so that they can do in such a way, do ranching for them there to be grazed instead of them roaming about all over the place.
All right.
Most of the time when I see them with their children, I'm not really happy.
All right.
Because of the suffering of the children. I think that's what the Minister of Livestock should do.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Good morning.
Hi, Divorce. Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Mrs. Someza. So, you just told us that they've sent allocation, local government allocation to states. I don't understand. No wonder some people will say it's not to make laws. That's our problem. It's to implement it. Few months down the line, Supreme Court say give local government their resources or allocation. Now you are sending it through state. Maybe later you educate me. I don't understand though. Secondly, on the issue of budget, defense, and the rest, Kim yesterday asked, why is it that eventually all the ministries, almost all, are complaining that the money given to them is not enough? It cannot be enough because subsidy is gone. When you gave your budget, then fuel was 600 plus. All of a sudden, we're having fuel 1,900, 900, 1,000 plus. So there is no way that money would be enough. And the revenue they are generating within, again, has to be to account for it. Finally, I want to advise the presidency. In fact, I want to advise the president. You talked about Quranic festival. I know when it comes to religion, most of us are careful. And when I was in school, aspect of religion, I was taught African religion and the two major religions we practice. If you want to talk about religion, sometimes you'll be withdrawn. But my advice to Mr. President directly is, you see that name, Quranic festival. Do your research.
Are you there? Okay, connection has gone south, but we'll have to let you go at this point. We got the chunk of what you're trying to say. And you asked a question about the fact disbursing the local government general allocations to states. And, you know, a FAC official who spoke on this said that these allocations to state governments were made because the councils could not meet the administrative requirements for funds disbursements. If they had submitted their account details or whatever was required in good time, they would have gotten it. But January has already been paid, and they need to tighten the loose ends early so they will get February's funds directly next month. I'm hoping that this council chairman will be able to speak up to actually corroborate this, to know if it's for real or if something else, played out in between, and that's the reason why the funds were sent to the states as opposed to directly to them, the local government councils. Let's get more of your reactions. Don't forget you have 60 seconds, so please go straight to your thoughts as soon as you get through. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. And this is Mhola Indomitipo. I'm calling from Dubai.
Welcome, Ola. Please go ahead.
On resumption of the legislators from the research some time ago, the Senate President addressed the members on the need for them to place so much priority and focus on bills that affect the lives of common masses in Nigeria. But what I heard from one of your news airlines actually contradict that. 15 bills on food security pending. I thought because of the time we are in now, food security should be the priority of every arm of government or every chair of government, whatever. Do you understand? So why should those bills be pending? Why should those bills be pending? Whereas,